All right, our next question on the Ask Jason section of our website, harrelsontrumpets.com. All right, Joshua asks, how do I find the nodal points on the trumpet and what can I do to affect them? Well, that's a great question. What you basically asked is for me to give you all the science and research that I've ever done so that you can make trumpets. Good question. And I'll tell you, because I don't think too many of you are actually going to do this. And hopefully I encourage some aspiring trumpet builders out there to make something really cool. And maybe you'll go into business and build trumpets someday. I truly hope so. And if you do, just give me a call and we'll hook up and compare notes. So, how could you find the nodal points? Or better yet, how do you find the anti-nodal points? Because the antinodes are the parts of the standing wave that actually decrease the amount of sound that comes out of the bell. An antinode is the high pressure point inside a standing wave. So if you had two kids skipping rope, then the very top of the rope, that's the very top of the antinode. The nodes are the kids holding the rope. The antinode is the very top part that's going around and around. That's the part that has energy. You would never want to get hit by that part. But if you were hit by the end, it wouldn't hurt you because it's barely moving. So this part here that's moving on the antinode really works the same way inside the tubing of an instrument. It is a high pressure zone that exerts force on the tubing from the inside out. And I'm sure the person asking this question probably basically understood that already. How do I find them? Well, years ago, before I had lots of experience and equipment, things like that, I used to literally just very lightly move my hand up and down the horn as I played a note. So I'd play, say, a G in the staff. And I'd feel for the antinode. I just realized something though. I'm playing on a summit trumpet, and it's so efficient, I'm probably not going to feel very many antinodes. So let me grab a standard trumpet that has them bleeding everywhere. All right, so we have a Bach 37. I think, yes, 37. We'll feel this one. So what I'm doing is feeling for vibration. Now, if you do this several times on different notes, you can eventually feel the spots that are vibrating. You don't need fancy equipment. But if you really want to know where they are, just play really loud. And then it's very obvious where the antinodes are. If you're serious about fixing a note on a trumpet, say G above the staff. For some people, it's really hard to hit that note cleanly and accurately, or an A. Alright, I overshot it, it's my fault. Alright, so A above the staff is usually a hard one to hit. It's not for me, but typically that's the G and the F are the difficult ones. So when that happens, and you play that note, and you feel around to find the antinode, then what you want to remember is that part of the horn is vibrating. And on a G and an A, it's usually in here. Because it's in here, and I want to do something about it, I can create something that will make that note easier to play. The hardest notes to play are soft notes. So now I'll play an A soft. Now you can hear I'm not the greatest player anymore, because when you play really, really soft stuff, it's easier to have problems playing wide intervals. Let me compare on a summit. It's much easier for me on a summit. It's more solid. Alright, so what would I do to affect them? Well, that's up to you, because if you want to start a trumpet company, you're going to have to figure that part out. But I encourage you to try different things and see what you can do. One thing that I can tell you helps a lot is to create a brace across the bell and the lead pipe with your hand, hold the horn tight, as if you were going to squeeze it really tight, but don't squeeze it so tight that you break your horn, because that's definitely possible. So I'm going to do it with my left hand, because I'm playing an A, and as I create this bridge brace with my fingers, my hand itself is actually going to act as bracing and make that note easier. Remember to hold it tight. Now I'm overshooting it. Well, it's because it is easier. And this is no joke. Try it yourself. It's easier. Of course, you have to overcome the strangeness of holding it that way. So it's up to you as a trumpet designer or experimenter or just somebody having fun in your garage to see what you can do to the horn and make it play a lot better. All right, great question. Thank you.